In this presentation, we provide an overview of titling your assets in the name of your trust. This is a very important topic because if you want your trust to pass your assets, then you must title them in the name of your trust. Always remember and follow that simple rule because it is key to your trust's functionality and avoiding probate. Titling your assets in your trust is not difficult, and on average it takes about 20 minutes per asset or account. Whatever time it takes, when you compare it with the expense and hassles of a 1 to 2 year probate, it isn't hard to understand why it is well worth your time and effort. To provide some perspective on how important this is, whenever a law office gets a call about the trust affairs of a critically ill client, the first question is often, are all your assets titled in the trust? So again, with the exception of retirement accounts, the general golden rule is to title all current and future assets in the name of your trust. When you title assets in your trust, nothing really changes other than how you hold title. You maintain complete control and ownership. You can still do anything you want with your assets. Everything remains under your Social Security number, and you still file and report all your taxes just the same as before. Your account numbers don't change. Your property taxes don't change. How you sign doesn't change. Even your checks don't change. Simply put, life goes on the same. The correct wording for titling assets will be displayed in large, bold letters on page 1 of your trust. It sets forth the 3 essential elements for the proper trust titling. 1. The names of the trustees, you. 2. The name of the trust, typically your last name. And 3. The date of the trust. And it will read something like this: John Smith and Mary Smith, trustees of the Smith Trust, created on January 1st, 2012. When you combine a copy of page 1 of your trust together with the signature page of your trust, it provides legal proof of its existence. Thus we call them proof pages. Whenever you title an account in your trust, begin by providing a copy of your proof pages as they set forth much of the needed information, including the proper wording for titling assets in the name of your trust. You'll find that most institutions are very helpful with titling assets in a trust, but be aware that they each differ slightly in their procedures, so always ask each one separately what they need. Again, it is usually a good practice to furnish a copy of page 1 of your trust and the signature page of your trust. If you're asked to fill out a form, remember the answer is most often your name and your spouse's name if married. For example, you are the settlor, the grantor, the trustor, the current beneficiary, and the current trustee. They may ask about successor trustees, and of course, that is whom you named in your trust to take over if something happens to you. Sometimes the forms will also ask if certain actions are authorized in your trust. In short, almost anything anyone asks about is usually already spelled out in the trust. Additionally, you are empowered to authorize anything you want, meaning there's really no need to scour your trust looking for enumerated powers. Simply answer such questions in the way that best suits your preferences and consider that your authorization. For more detailed discussion of this topic, be sure to review the downloadable handout called The Importance of Titling Your Assets in the Name of Your Trust. There, you will find most types of assets individually discussed, from stocks to bonds to bank accounts to mutual funds and more. Again, do not make the mistake of thinking this process to be a legally technical task. It's not. Also, be sure to review the separate video on beneficiary designation strategies for life insurance and retirement accounts.